Saint Joseph Calasanz.
David, let's take a look at the life of Calasanz so we can talk to the new students about him.
Great idea. I'm sure that they'll like that.
Joseph was born in Peralta de la Sal in Huesca, Spain, in 1557. His parents were Pedro Calasanz and Maria Gaston.
He was the youngest of 8 children, 5 girls and 3 boys. Joseph was a happy and honest boy, though a bit naughty.
Where are you rushing off to, Joseph?
To kill the devil because he is God's enemy.
Oh my God!
Then he went and climbed an olive tree. And returned home exhausted.
He left home at the age of 11 to study in Estadilla, close to his village. He was a smart kid and made the most of his time.
Look, Joseph's already in class. He's always the first to arrive because he's such a good boy. Hey, little saint, have you said your prayers?
Let him be. If only you were a bit more like him.
He studied at the University of Lerida and later in Valencia and Alcalá de Henares. He wanted to be a priest.
I was the mayor, and I'm the blacksmith. But I've lost your mother and your brother, Pedro, my heir. Now it's your turn to continue what I started. Joseph, you must marry, and in that way carry on our name.
But Father, you can't make me do something I don't want to do. I want to be a priest, to serve God and help people.
In the end, his father gave in, shortly after Joseph recovered from a serious illness.
Of course, his father had no idea of the significance that the name Calasanz would have had in the future.
I'm very happy. Joseph can do a lot of good in this world as a priest.
He was ordained at the age of 26. He lived in several villages and cities, always busying himself with caring for everyone. Calasanz was tall, strong, and very intelligent. He had all of his life ahead of him. He decided to go to Rome to seek a better future.
I'll be back soon, my friends. I hope to get a good position in Rome very soon. Before you realize it, I'll be back here with you.
Calasanz never imagined that he would not come back to Spain. Many adventures awaited him in Italy.
You should feel at home here, Dr. Calasanz. I'd like you to be my right-hand man. I'll get you a good position and you'll soon return to Spain, a wealthy and famous man.
Well, I am very grateful to you, Cardinal.
As time passed, Calasanz didn't get the position he'd been after. He wanted to do something. His friends invited him to join an organization that helped the needy. Calasanz soon realized that there was much that needed to be done.
Good God, so many needy people. Above all, so many children. Nobody cares about them. Everyone turns their back on them.
Father Joseph, at least you see us and listen to us. Do you want to help us? Will you be back tomorrow?
What's your name?
My name is Matteo, and these are my friends, Paolo and Luigi.
Of course I'll be back, Matteo. See you tomorrow.
Goodbye, Father Joseph.
Goodbye.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Hurry, Dr. Calasanz. There's no time to waste. Dr. Brandini, the Santa Dorotea parish priest, is waiting for us. He wants us to give him a hand with the school that's opened in Trastevere.
Yes, you're right. I've had fun with those kids. Let's go. I want to see this school. Jesus, what a mess I've got myself into. I don't know what to do. I came here looking for a better job, and I've ended up working with kids. They need someone who cares about them, and I feel I can do something. What should I do? Tell me that.
Calasanz wasn't always sure about things. He had to stop and ask himself what he wanted.
God, and also his friends, helped him out.
Do you know what I think, Don Brandini?
The things you say, Don Joseph, how can I know what you have in mind?
Why don't we open a school that's only open to poor children?
What? Just for the poor? And for free? Where will we find the money? Tell me that.
That's a good question. I'll help. I'll buy paper and inkwells, you set up the classroom, and there we go. What else do we need?
I don't know. I really don't.
Come on, we can do it. We'll call them the Free Schools. Or just as good, the Pious Schools.
And this is how the Calasanz schools began, the first public and free tuition schools in Europe.
Father Joseph, everything's a mess. The Tevere has flooded the church and the school. I'm an old man. Don't you think we should give up now?
What are you saying? There's so much to do. The desks are almost ready. I've borrowed a new abacus, and the kids are keen to come back. These children have given me what I was looking for. The best way to serve God. And I won't give it up for anything.
From that time on, nothing was the same.
You're right. And from that moment, he dedicated his whole life to educating children. Calasanz and his followers soon left Trastevere and moved to central Rome. More students came, and the schools had to find bigger premises to accommodate all the new arrivals.
In 1602, Calasanz began to run the Pious schools. He and his companions became known as the Piarists.
You read very well, Angelo. Now you have to get down to mathematics, because it's very important.
Within a few years, it was possible to buy a house, so that the schools and the students could be in one place, the Church of St. Pantaleo Pious Schools.
In St. Pantaleo at last. We can use all the space for the school and a house for us.
It's easier to take the kids home from here. The lines of children go from the city centre to every Roman neighbourhood.
Father Gaspar, Glycerio, don't forget that the most important thing is that the schools are well run, and that the children are properly educated, and above all in the Christian way of life.
That will make them good citizens who will work to create a better society and a renewed church.
Glycerio Landriani was one of Calasanz's very first colleagues. Young and cheerful and a friend to the children, he taught catechism and he showed the children how to love Jesus.
And Father Gaspar Dragonetti was a great teacher. He was with Calasanz from the start and lived to be 115.
The Pious Schools are free schools, where all children are welcome, rich or poor, Christians or Jews, but those who have the least are the most welcome. And we educate all of them with love and piety and letters.
Of course, Laura, it's what today we call integrated faith and cultural education.
From this day on, we promise to stay together. We will dedicate ourselves only to educating children, living humbly, cared for by Mary, Mother of God.
And we want it to be you, St. Joseph Calasanz, who had this great idea, who leads the Pious Schools in the spirit of our Lord Jesus.
That day, March 25th, 1617, a new phase of Calasanz's life began. A group of colleagues, the Piarists, came together forever with the aim of becoming evangelists, like a family of brothers.
The Pious Schools have expanded. There are free schools throughout Italy. The Piarists have spread to Poland and Germany, and now there's a demand in Spain for schools for the poor. I'm an old man now, and all I can do is write, receive the news and pray for them. Mary, show that you are a mother. Take care of the children and teachers, just as you cared for and taught Jesus. 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 Jesus.
St. Joseph Calasanz said his final farewell on August 25th, 1648, 4 centuries ago. With a long life and 91 years of journeys and adventures of education and children's schools behind him.
The Purists have continued their work ever since. In Europe, America, Africa, and Asia, they continue to educate children in the gospel of Jesus.
Thousands of students, teachers, men and women recognize, as we do, Calasanz as a friend, teacher and father who continues to show us the road towards Jesus.